It's no secret there is a growing problem in the state of Ohio over the lack of officials for youth sports. We've seen games canceled simply due to not having anyone available to ref. In the first part of our series, Stars and Stripes, BCSN's Jason Ozenbaugh takes a closer look at one of the area's youth sports officials.
Meet Frank Spryszak, assistant prosecuting attorney at the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office by day and a local football official by night. Not afraid to throw the flag on the field or in the courtroom.
Officiating for me is a little bit of a relief from the stress here, because we're dealing with, at this level, at the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office, we're dealing with homicides, we're dealing with rape cases, we're dealing with a lot of serious felony offenses, and sometimes that involves delivering bad news to families of victims or to victims themselves. And the stressor of going to trial, knowing that there's somebody on the other side that committed a crime, but it's up to you to make sure that you prove it so that way they're held accountable. So being able to go out with your crew on a Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and work a game is a little bit of a stress relief. But at the same time, depending on the situation, and there can be some stressors that come along with working football games as well. And there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. I don't think a lot of people recognize how much work officials put into it. We have weekly Monday night rules meetings at Whitmer High School and for high school. And we have a state rules interpretation meeting that we're required to attend, and we have a preseason clinic. So there's we're not just walking onto the field on a Friday night, put the rule book in our pocket and go. There is preparation that goes into it.
With all the preparation that is needed, there does come a cost. With the majority of Frank's games being on the weekends, it does take him away from his family.
We have a sign in our house that says we interrupt this marriage for football season. And my wife bought it, and it's kind of appropriate because basically from the middle of August until mid-November, I'm gone every weekend. So she bears a brunt of the work on the home front with the kids. At least on Fridays and Saturdays, I'm not really available to help. So we're taking time out of our lives to make sure that these games go through. With regard to balancing work and officiating, there's a lot of stuff I do on the couch when maybe a normal couple of the kids are finally in bed and they're sitting and watching TV. I'm working on rules questions or watching video, and my wife's used to it by now, so she's fine with it. She just says, "Okay, can we go to bed now?" I said, "Yep, I'm done with my work on the computer here." So it can be a difficult and stressful balance, especially when you have kids that play sports. We have 3 kids that are involved in activities, and I make sure that I get to as many of those as I can with my schedule as well. And that's one drawback to officiating, is sometimes you do miss some of the things that your kids are involved in. But it works out because I'm able to see most.
Okay, let's go. In recent years, Northwest Ohio has seen a shortage in football and basketball officials. The reasons? Time, money, and abuse from the stands.
Does it make it difficult when you get people disrespectful to you on the field? Sure. And should you have thick skin? Yes. But at a certain point, there's a difference between people complaining about calls and being verbally abusive. And I would just, like we talked about before we started, if parents would recognize that their behavior, the kids are watching, and they're learning from that. And if for every time that you say something negative and abusive towards somebody that's in stripes, they're going to think that it's acceptable because mommy or daddy or both are doing it. So just think about what you're doing. Think about the fact that it's another human being out there that's just trying to do a job, and you know what? We're not out making a lot of money doing it either. We're doing it for the love of the game.
Let's have a good game, guys. All right, let's be there. All right, let's go.
So the next time you're in the stands and a call doesn't go your team's way, just know no one is perfect.
I mean, if you look at athletes in any sport, they make mistakes. Receivers drop passes, quarterbacks miss throws, kickers miss field goals. Even the best hitters are only hitting 300 or so, right? And the saying in officiating is it's the one avocation where you're expected to be perfect your first time out and improve every time that you hit the field afterwards. So I would just tell people is we're human, we're going to make mistakes, and just be respectful of that and understand that there's no intent behind it. It's just sometimes we may not have the right angle. You know, we may not see all the fouls that occur on the field, but we're trying our best.
For BCSN, I'm Jason Ozenball.